twice, same time each week. No need to talk, no need to speak. You bring the bread, I warm the tea, and just like that you sit with me. We don't rewind, we don't explain. We've made our peace with joy and pain. You smile like it's a brand new start, and place your hands where once held heart. You're still there on Tuesday night, same old cold porch bathed in light. Still tell that joke, I fake the laugh. You cut the bread, I pour the half. And maybe we don't dream as white, and maybe time has changed our stride. But if you show up once a week, then love still finds the words we seek. We missed some years, we lost the thread, but never said what went unsaid. And though we live in different rooms, we share the scent of late perfumes. The silence now is not so sharp. We've grown into a different part. But when you sit and sip your tea, it still feels like you're here with me. You're still there on Tuesday night, still ask me how I sleep at night. You hum that tune, I take the cue and hum along like I still do. No promises, no plans to keep, just quiet love that runs so deep. So if you're here next week again, then that's enough to let me mend. You said my name like it was new, like something fragile, soft and true, not like a sound the world had used, but something tender, never bruised. You never called me just to speak. You held my name like it was weak, and in that quiet way you said, I felt my shame and fear had fled. You held my name the way it heals, the way it touched that steady feels. You gave it back with something kind, like you had read what's left behind. And now I hear it differently. It means the me you helped me see. So when I say I love you too, I hope you hear. never try to fix my fear. You only sit and keep it near. Know everything will be okay. Just space to feel and let it stay. You pass no blame, you ask no why. You hold the hush before I cry. And somehow in that silent part, you touch the corners of my heart. The way you hold the quiet things, the small routines, the hurt it brings, the folded shirts, the broken glass, the little ghosts from someone's past. You never raise your voice to love. You hold it soft like something of a deeper truth, a loud forget, a kind of peace not spoken yet. You wash the cups I always leave. You find me when I try to grieve. And in the dark you light no flame. You simply breathe and say my name. We talk of dreams, we let them go. You say you like the way I grow. And even when we fall behind, you never try to press rewind. The way you hold the quiet things, the words you keep, the joy it brings. You never try to make me shine. You just walk slow and stay in time. You never raise your voice to love. You hold it soft like something of a deeper truth, a loud forget, a kind of peace not spoken yet. You came by just to say hello, with nowhere else you had to go. The sky turned gray, the thunder sighed. You smiled and said, let's stay inside. No candlelit note, no plans to make, just tea and toast and chocolate cake. And in that stillness, slow and plain, I loved you 'cause you stayed for rain, stayed for the silence, stayed for the fall. You didn't flinch when I showed it all. you'll always stay for the rain. You didn't say you missed me much, but clean the shelf I always touch. You didn't write me any lines, but showed up just in time. You folded things I never wore. You left your tea by my front door. And though the air was thick with doubt, you stayed until the fear ran out. You gave me everything but words, a kind of love that's rarely heard. Through acts so small they disappear, but somehow still they brought me near. You showed me how to stay, not say. You held the ache I pushed away, and I began to understand the quiet work of gentle hands. You left a note without your name. Just don't forget I feel the same. No metaphors, no perfect phrase, just proof of love that always stays. I used to write you every night by candle glow and silver light. A page for dreams, a page for tears, 1,000 words across the years. They sit in boxes tied with thread, unopened things I should have said. You never knew, you never asked, but I kept loving through the past. And now you walk a different road with someone else to share the load, but deep inside I still recall the boy who made my young heart fall. These are the letters you forgot, each folded wish, each tender thought. They stayed with me when you moved on. My paper heart, your name upon. You never saw them, never knew, but every word was meant for you. You held my hand that These are the letters you forgot, my quiet soul, my every thought. No stamp, no send, no grand goodbye, just lonely pages asking why. Still in my drawer, still warm and true, a life I built and gave to you. Just beneath my bed, with stitched up dreams and words unsaid. My mama wore it long ago, down an aisle soft as snow.
She said love's not a lightning storm, it's where your heart feels safe and warm. And in each thread I see her grace, a promise song in ivory lace, a promise in the lace, a vow of slow embrace. No need for diamonds, grand display, just faith that love will find its way. I press it close, I keep the space for someday in that lace.
There's a photo by the windowsill of Mama smiling, standing still. The wind had caught her veil that day, like blessings trying not to stray.
I never met the man she lost, but in her voice I feel the cost. Still she believed with open face in every thread of wedding lace, a promise in the lace, a vow of slow embrace. No need for diamonds, grand display, as faith that love will find its way. I press it close, I keep the space for someday in that lace. So when he comes I'll know it's true, and Mama's lace will dance like new.
He asked if I would like to meet at 2:30 on Maple Street. No roses red or grand cafe, just chipped white cups and cloudy gray. He stirred his tea, I bit my lip and smiled behind my fingertip. The clock just ticked, but time stood still as silence filled what words can't fill. Just one cup of tea, that's how it starts. A sugar cue to open hearts. No orchestra, no grand marquee, just quiet hope and honesty. It wasn't much, but meant the most. A simple
The rain began to tap the glass and blurred the cars that hurried past. He reached to wipe a drop from mine and somehow made the moment shine. We didn't talk of destiny or write our names on any tree, but every breath and blink and grin felt like a world we just begin. Just one cup of tea, that's how it starts. A sugar cube to open hearts. No orchestra, no grand marquee, just quiet hope and honesty. It wasn't much, but meant the most. A simple sip, a silent toast to just one cup of tea. We still return each Thursday 3 for just one more cup of tea.
You smiled before you said your name, and somehow I still knew the frame of every word you hadn't said. Like finding notes inside my head. You laughed and I could hum along, as if I'd always known your song. The melody just fit my chest, like something old I loved the best. I knew your song before we met. Each rise and fall I can't forget. Like a wind that sings through open blinds. You've always lived between the lines. No lyrics carved, no sheet to read, but still you play just what I need. Somewhere in me you've always been the song I knew way back when. We walked without a place to be, just following the harmony. The city moved but not like us. We danced without the need to rush. I told you things I never say. You didn't look the other way. You just listened with your eyes and sang your truth in no disguise. I knew your song before the start. The way you breathe, the way you part, the way you hold the silent space. You fit the chords I can't replace. until we're gone. Even if the notes go wrong, you are the song I didn't write, but somehow knew my whole damn life. The lights were dim, your dress was blue. The room stood still when I saw you. You didn't speak, but somehow knew the way my heart reached out to you. The band was slow, the crowd was thin, and I still feel that night begin. Your hand in mine, a gentle sway, like time had stopped and slipped away. And now the echoes of that night still drift beneath the silver light. Though years have flown and dreams have passed, that moment's made to always last. I still can feel the way you smiled in the echoes of that night. You turned around, your eyes met mine. The silence spoke in every line. A touch, a glance, a fragile sound. That's where my whole life turned around. And now the echoes of that night still hold me in the softest light. Though I've known loss and I've known pain, that memory still keeps me sane. Forever young, forever right. The echoes of that night. We've danced too slow for time to see that love like ours was meant to be. The curtain falls, the room grows cold, but some things never do grow old. Your head leans close, the world is still, the kind of peace no one can fill. And though the song fades into hush, my heart keeps singing soft and flush. Don't let the music end tonight. Hold on a little more, hold tight. Before the lights begin to dim, let me remember every hymn. One more step, one more pretend. Please don't let the music end. The notes have aged, but not our tune. It still feels like that first June. And if we must both say goodbye, let it be with closed eyes and sky. Don't let the music end too soon. This song was made beneath the moon. If we must part, then let it bend, like love that lingers past the end. But not just yet, not now, my friend. Please don't let the music end.
You held my hand at platform 3. The summer sun began to flee. The whistle cried, the silence grew. I never thought I'd part from you. A suitcase small, a heart too wide. I tried to smile, but tears denied. You brushed my cheek, said you'll be fine, but your goodbye was never never mind. The last train to September came, and nothing ever felt the same. Your shadow waved, then slid from view, and all I kept was loving you. Now every fall feels cold. Remember the last train to September. The letters stopped by late July, but I still search the amber sky. And though your name fades in the breeze, my heart still stops with memories. The last train took more than goodbye. It left a stillness in the sky. And though the years have passed me through, my heart still waits beneath that blue for that lost She stood beneath the elm tree shade. The evening quiet, the music played. He smiled like stars had taught him how, and kissed her hand and took a bow. They walked where no one else could see, two strangers wrapped in mystery. The night was soft, the breeze confessed its secret. Moonlight on her dress. There was moonlight on her dress, and silence in the air, a trembling kind of happiness that only love could wear. No words were needed, just a glance, a hesitant and holy dance. And all began with nothing less than moonlight on her dress. He told her tales of Navy seas, of letters sent and missing keys. She spoke of books and window panes, of wading through the summer rains. And though the hour drifted fast, each second felt like it would last. She turned to go, he whispered yes, still staring in at that moonlit dress. There was moonlight on her dress, and silence in the air, a trembling kind of happiness that only love could wear. No words were needed, just a glance, a hesitant and holy dance. And all began with nothing
He sees her dress and starts anew.
Same little cafe on the corner street, same wooden chair, same tapping feet. The jukebox plays a faded tune, and every cup still tastes like June. I order coffee, 2 sugars, 1 cream, the way you liked it in our dream. The waitress smiles, she doesn't know this empty chair still has your glow. I check the door, though I've been told that memories don't just unfold. But here I sit each week the same, still whispering your lovely name. In that cafe on the corner, where your laughter used to stay, I sip the past in every morning, though the present slips away. The bell above still sings hello, but you're a song I used to know, and every table feels much warmer in that cafe on the corner. You left in spring without a sound, but your perfume still hangs around. It drifts between the sugar jars and lingers under neon stars. I tried today to laugh, to smile, but nothing's felt like you in a while. And so I find my way back here to chase a ghost that once was near. In that cafe on the corner, time sits still beneath the light, and though I know you won't be coming, I'll wait alone most every night. Some call it foolish, call it slow, but hearts remember where to go. I'll keep one small table warmer in that cafe on the corner.
We danced in fields of lavender blue, with summer skies and dreams so new. Your hand in mine, so sure, so shy, that one sweet kiss beneath July. You said we'd never say goodbye, but time slipped past like a lullaby.
still keeps your laughter like a ghost. A record plays our favorite tune. It spins my heart back to that June. We carved our names into the stars, but fate had plans that pulled us far. Now I still hear your voice in the breeze, calling softly through the willow trees. Though years have flown and roads have changed, that tender love still feels the same. Whispers in lavender, drifting through time. You were my first, and you still feel like mine. The world kept turning, love moved on, but some old flame still lingers strong. I close my eyes and there you are, a fading light, my northern star. Yes, I still hear your voice in the breeze, echoes wrapped in gentle melodies. Though years have flown and hearts have healed, your name still tastes like something real. Whispers in lavender, drifting through time. You were my first, and you still feel like mine. We weren't the type to fall too fast. We'd walk, not run, just let it last. You liked your coffee cold and slow. I like to talk with nowhere to go. We didn't meet in flashing lights. No whirlwind love, no restless nights. Just steady steps on quiet ground, and hearts that listen to the sound. We took the long way into love. No fireworks from skies above, just little notes and hands that stay. A softer kind of serenade. We didn't rush to cross the line. We made no vows, we drew no signs. But every look and word you say still makes me glad we went this. We missed some turns, we lost the map. Took breaks, took naps, took all the gaps. But even when we took it slow, there wasn't any I saw the world behind your eyes, a patient blue and open sky. You never tried to make it shine, you just showed up and you were mine. We took the long way into love, with Sunday walks and stars above. No need to chase what's fast or bright. We found it all in morning light. And maybe someday we'll forget which street we met, which bench we sat, but I'll remember how it grew, this quiet, old and perfect you. So if we're slow, then let it be. I take the long way endlessly. Some people fall, some people run, but I walked in and you were the one.
We didn't fall, we didn't fly. We met in line and said goodbye, then met again and laughed a bit. And day by day we started to fit. You never tried to play a part, you just stood near and let it start. No storm, no flame, no crashing wave, just quiet roots that chose to stay. We didn't chase, we didn't run, we walked beneath the evening sun. And somewhere in those steady days, we learned to love in quiet ways. You made the room and I came through. I made some space, you settled too. We didn't spark, we didn't shove, we simply grew into the love. We simply grew into the love. You fold your shirt the way I don't. You cry at films I swore I won't. But still I'd sit and cry with you and laugh at things I never do.
He lives next door, but miles away, behind the glass where shadows play. His curtain glows a yellow hue. Each night the used to do. He plays his tunes, I hear them faint, like whispered love behind a paint. I hum along with silent pride, though now he sings for someone's bride. We shared a song, a thread of stars. Now I just count the quiet bars. No final verse, no last refrain, just window light and distant rain. Oh, window light, my only flame. The ghost of him still knows my name. He may not knock, may not come through, but every night I wait for you through wooden blinds and memories tied. I live beside your window light. He once would wave through autumn mist before his lips belonged to kiss another girl with softer eyes, but mine still search his glowing skies. And if he ever looks this way, he'd see I'm here. I've never strayed, but hearts once cracked don't always mend. Sometimes the song just has no end. So window light, stay warm, stay bright. You're all I have on lonesome nights. The man I love still plays in there, while I just sit in silent stare. No stars, no dreams, no wrong or right, just me, your girl, and window light. I said the wrong thing once or twice. I made you tea, forgot the ice. I left the door unlocked again, but you just left and let me in. You never asked for something grand, you just reached out and took my hand. And in that grip I came to see what being loved can truly be. You stayed beside me anyway, through folded weeks and cloudy days. You didn't change the way I prayed. You held me just the way I hate. And though I tried to look away, you met me in my mess and stayed. You didn't fix what I can't say. You stood beside me anyway. I talked in circles, lost in thought. You gave me space and never fought. You never made me feel too much. You just came near with steady touch.
This room still holds the sound of you. A whispered laugh, a memory true. The curtains move like you once did. In gentle ways your soul still hid. Your sweater's draped across the chair. The scent of time still lingers there. And every night I walk alone through echoes of what we had known. This house still breathes what once was ours, like wilted blooms in empty jars. Though you are gone, the love remains in every picture, every stain, a quiet ghost that haunts these hours of all that once was ours. I clean the dust, but never you. You're in the light that filters through. And though I smile when people see, I'm always dancing silently. This house still hums with faded tunes. Your shadow walks through all the rooms. I'd trade the world to feel you near, but some goodbyes just never clear. So I still wait beneath the stars for what once was ours.
The night was soft, the air so warm. You smiled at me, my heart was torn. A gentle look, a tender glow. That moment told me all I'd need to know. We walked alone beneath the moon. Your laughter felt like a sweet old tune. The world was quiet, but I could hear every beat of your heart so near. When you held my hand, the world stood still. Every dream I had began to feel real. In that touch, I found my home. No matter where we roam, when you held my hand, I knew it's true. All my life, I'd been waiting for you. The years may change, the seasons pass, but love like ours will always last. Through every storm, through all the rain, that touch